Okay, day one, I challenge y'all to read either a psalm or a proverb. So I started reading psalms, right? But in the beginning of the psalms, it's like a lot of David crying and praying and stuff, right? So I was like, all right, that's cool, right? But let's flip it over, right? Let's go over the proverbs, right? Proverbs has more knowledge and points in your life to help set the foundation in your family, right? Because the Bible is just basic instructions before leaving earth, basically, right? That's what it stands for, right? Now, I don't get into all the books, but like I said, I wanted to go back to like the basics of when like I will be struggling with something mentally and like I need to overcome a challenge. I would either read a psalm or a proverbs, or I would go into immense praying. And I used to pray so long and so hard that I would be crying, that my eyeballs would be red, that like my pillow would be wet, and I would be all stuffy and ugly because I done did all this crying and praying and stuff, right? That's another reason how like my case got lessened, right? So those who hide their hand and wait will spill their own blood. They will be caught in their own trap. That what happens to everyone who goes after money in the wrong way. The kind of money takes away the lives of those who get it. A lot of people are out here playing with God's word, right? The most high word, right? Because I know I said, oh, I don't like the word God, but I just feel like I guess it makes more impact. I just be wanting to switch it up. I don't want to sound like everybody else. So the most high, you know what I'm saying? So, but like God is like, some people understand it when you say God, or they rather you say the most high. A lot of people like to throw rocks and hide their hands or go and do these crimes, right? And then you see they commit all these crimes, and then they get offed at an early age because they not living a life of the law of the most high. So that's one of the little verses I read for y'all. This is Proverbs 1:18 through 19. So just so you can have some insight on that, like I'm sticking with my challenge or whatever. So I'm sticking to all my challenges. It's just I put things down and I come back to them because I like to work out, but like all the time my body be like, nah, we can't do that today. Not that I don't want to, it's we can't do that today. I have to still heal from even having my son. Like it takes so long to heal from a C-section. I said that before in one of my other videos, but I'm just challenging you to read a proverb every day and see how it impacts your life, if it even applies, and if these rules help set the guidance for your family. I even just told my guy, I said, I think we should sit down and start praying. Like, it's crazy out here, and it's a lot of evil people, and just all the things that have been revealed with all the higher ups and the humiliation rituals and all the things that people put you through just so that they can get on top. I want to challenge myself to just go back to how I was, and leaning on God the most high ultimately to boost me up, because I promised you, I picked up my Bible. I had not picked this Bible up in years, because like it's not that I was mad at God. It's just like, okay, I read it. I don't need to read it every day. Like I get sidetracked, but no, this is a book that you need to read every day. Like even if you're not reading the whole Bible, just go through and get these laws to create pillars in your life, because that was my problem. I never had no strong pillars in my life. So I want to create kind of my own set of pillars, like 5 to 7 pillars that's like an everyday value of virtue for me to like keep me grounded, because at any given point, anywhere, anytime, you can get thrown off your game, right? I.e., the other day, I went to go take all the kids to school, and like I had to go to the gas station to put some gas in the van. So me and my guy, we go to the gas station, but this guy come out, he like honking his horn all crazy. So my window was rolled down. Normally I had a window up. I'm like, man, fuck you. And he get the trying to swerve all over to the van, and I'm like, the old me could have got mad, Cause he like pull over. The old me could have got mad and pulled over on him, and then we could have got into it with him. But that's not what I'm on. Instead, I just turned off, like did a sharp turn. Nobody was on the side of me. Cause like my guy like, what the hell you do? I said, man, I'm not finna get into it with him. I'm not finna entertain that. Because it's gonna be little tests and stuff that's gonna get thrown your way to try to throw you off your game. And we not having that shit. We creating our pillars right now. If nobody ever told you to create a pillar in your life to keep you grounded, to keep you from floating, to keep you to get out of that damn circle that you just keep going in. Because who the hell want to be stuck in a circle? Who just want to keep repeating the same cycle every few years, every 7 years or whatever, and then you just like, damn, you 80 years old and you be like, damn, what did I accomplish? We not doing that. We not doing that. So we setting the tone. We reading a proverb every day. You can read some Psalms. Psalms is kind of, I guess it depends on the version. I don't know. To me, it's just too much. He crying. Like, yeah, I understand you crying to the Lord, but like sometimes I ain't in the mood for that because I don't want to start crying right now. Like maybe that's what I need. Maybe if I read it more, I'm going to start back crying because that's the thing. Lean on the Most High and not your own understanding. You can have a vast knowledge, but sometimes you're not going to be able to answer all the questions. You're going to have to pray. You're going to have to pray for the answer. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. But if you get me out of this, we make our promises, right? If you get me out of this, I'll do this. And then what we do, we break it. But then every time when we break it and we come back, God always welcome us with open arms. Like, it'd be like a smack on the ass. Now, did you learn your lesson? Yes. Now I'm ready to lead the masses. I'm ready to do your work because I can't do it without you. Ashe?